Everyone always complains about shipping. No one ever says the shipping is good. Yes, this thing came super, super fast and super, super safe. It's always there's some problem. It came damaged. Why didn't they do better? Why is the packaging too much? Why is the packaging too little? You know, etc., etc. Now, this applies not only to big marketplaces like Amazon, but also just Wizards of the Coast, because apparently somebody was thought that maybe the packaging of their secret lairs was a bit dubious. Look at this giant box that we have here. We're going to explore what's inside the box. And is it a problem? Is it a problem? You guys know better than me. Let's go take a look. We got here a big box, which doesn't even look like it's taped up properly, to be honest. I mean, it's so loose around here. It's like they taped it with Scotch tape. Oh, there she is. Look at all them secret lairs and some playmats. Look at all those secret lairs. Now the question is, were these secret lairs in danger? I don't think so. I mean, these things aren't even damaged on the box. There's no dings or dents, and I'm sure the card inside the secret lair is completely fine. That actually looks like the package got delivered in just the right way. There was no problem here. It looks good. It looks... What do you guys think? It looks good. The comment section also sort of agrees with me. Maybe not everyone. Luckily, those little secret lair boxes are pretty durable. But they definitely need someone to purchase some more box sizes to accommodate different order sizes. But the problem with that is, like, I don't think they have, like, millions of different boxes. You ever notice when you buy something on Amazon, it always comes in, like, if you even buy something tiny, it comes in a giant box? Because they just have, like, a one-box-fits-all sort of thing. Yeah, the only problem for this guy is he has a bunch of secret lairs. He's gotta sell. I kind of feel like this says less about the company and more about the person who packed it. Well, let's see the entire discussion. How can we get rid of the top comment? How do we do this? Like the name, Kira TCG. It's like a bag of Lay's potato chips. Mine came in a tiny box that fit all 4 of my secret lair boxes in it perfectly with a small little air pillow to fill in the small gap. You ordered a lot more than me though, so that might be why you got a giant box with so much air. Hope all the cards were okay. Yeah, the cards are gonna be okay. The cards are gonna be fine. There was one comment about, like, the only person that might care about the boxes being dinged up is the person who's trying to flip the secret lairs. Like, you don't care about the condition of the box if you are buying it for yourself. Does anyone keep the secret lair boxes? Do you, like, put them up on your what's it called? Like on your dresser, on your shelves? Do you keep them around your... I mean, this is a very bland, generic box. It's literally a white box with the Planeswalker symbol on it. Really not worth keeping and showing off, in my opinion, especially after you own quite a few. I bought sealed product from Wizards of the Coast that was way better packaged before. Now, this was in Europe, by the way. This was specifically in Europe. It wasn't in the United States. So I don't know what the difference is, if there's any difference at all. To remove comments, click the line below, then to the left. Because on the line below to the left. Oh, this one. Excellent. Because I know how to do it on mobile. I just didn't know how to do it. Do it on... basically, like, on the computer. What's a playmat? No one cares about the playmat. That is awful no matter the value of the goods being shipped. That's likely some warehouse employee not giving a toss, though some fault might be placed on the supervision and policy, such as the warehouse employee is under some sort of pressure with what they have to pack with and in. Still awful. Is there actually any damage to the cards? A big outer carton like this is supposed to absorb damage like this instead of transferring it to the contents. To a certain extent, the box is function exactly as it should, giving things inside room to move can allow them to avoid damage. I don't really see the issue here without more information and further clarification. Honestly, I'm more annoyed about all that extra space and wasted material. The cards will be fine packed like that. Some people are actually defending the extra space. The extra space is actually protecting the boxes there. It means that the outside of the box being slightly squished won't affect the contents as much. And this box has been slightly squished. You see that little dent over there? That could have been your secret lair if it was any smaller. That could have been, I don't know, the cat collected company or something. Man, that tape looks so flimsy, though. It wasn't even on. But whatever, it got to the destination, and that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if it was in Europe. All secret lairs are printed and shipped from Tennessee worldwide. Okay, so, oh yeah, so it started in the United States and then made its way to Europe. Best way to avoid this is buy singles from mana traders. If you could buy singles from mana traders, which you cannot, you can rent singles from mana traders. The extra space is absolutely not doing those boxes any favors. Look at the upside. He can use it as a really expensive rattle. Yeah, you could do that. Is it real? This could easily be a clickbait video. I think it's real, but I think they're making a big deal out of nothing. I mean, from the outside, it didn't look that much. Look like much. I don't know. It was posted as humor. He must be retired. That's an old man shower seat he sat on. There's an old man. Oh, you're right. Look at the details. The lore. You can catch a little bit of it in a second. Oh, we can't actually see it. So we just see the legs of the old man. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, there's these seats that you put in the bathtub that you sit in. You shower yourself while you're sitting. I should get one of those. Why am I standing around like a sucker in the shower? Just a waste. So anyway, yeah, that's a little your daily dose of Reddit for you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee and MTG, the morning show where we discuss all things Magic the Gathering. I am Nikachu, the Merfolk Master. Good morning. And what's a good morning without sponsors? FusionGamingOnline.com. Look at that. You can get Sword and Shield Fusion Strike, which is a great match with Fusion Gaming Online. All right, let's move on. Deal of the week this week from our sponsor. Save 15% off all original Innistrad block singles. So if you're interested in any of the vampires or any of the zombies that came out of the latest Innistrad sets, and now you need to go back into the OG Innistrad for their good stuff. Hey, Geralf's Messenger, Gravecrawler, some of the best zombies in the game, and they came from the OG Innistrad. So anyway, the OG Innistrad block, you can get 15% off at FusionGamingOnline.com. And don't forget, you can stack the discounts, get an additional 5% off when you use coupon code Nikachu at checkout. Saves you money, also supports me. It's a double whammy. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. Hey, if you're not a Merfolk player, and now all of a sudden Merfolk is good, and you want to try it out for yourself, but you know you don't want to buy into it because it's Merfolk, you don't need to buy into it. You can just rent it with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 15% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu. What's a better look? Is this one good? Maybe this is better. Yeah, it's cheap. It's ban list saver. Maybe I should be showing this off every morning. I don't know. I'm an amateur at all this. 15% off original Innistrad. This will be the last time Nikachu talks about this. Oh, it will actually. Yeah, because there's going to be no Coffee and MTG tomorrow or the day after because I'm going to Vegas. Does Fusion Gaming ship to the Philippines? I'm pretty sure they ship worldwide. They do ship worldwide. I know they ship to Europe, so I don't know. Go check. Put in an order, put your address, see what happens. I did get my COVID test figured out. I think it was Trevor that saved my ass. I think it was Trevor that saved me. Gave me a link to, or who, I hope I'm crediting the right person. But I have now an option to, at like a moment's notice, get a test for $200 US. So I'm definitely going back to Canada. Which makes me now wonder, should I try to schedule the free test? And if that doesn't work out, I just, like, Monday morning of my trip, go get the paid test. Because they said results in 3 hours. I'm like, 3 hours? That's good enough. That's all I need. My flight is at 3 o'clock p.m. on Monday. I wake up at 9. Plenty of time. Anyway, we gotta say good morning, everyone. Good morning. Well, this is not exactly a good morning, but First Blood is good enough. Good morning, Trevor. Good morning, Ventric, James. Good morning, Mitch. Good morning, Albert, Norman, Brandon. Good morning, Aaron, Cody, ZG, Shaman Gang Rep. Sure. Azzy, good morning, MTG Raz, Paul, Mikey, Jay, Jason, Stephen Herman, someone, Mareep. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, James. Good morning to everyone. You know the deal. 3 question marks before the question, 3 question marks after the question helps me find your questions amongst all the comments I'm getting on all my social media channels. But if you're on the YouTube channel, Nikachu MTG Streams, you can donate with a super chat and your question gets pushed to the top of my feed. So you just heard the Masters of Modern podcast this morning. Really good interview. Oh, yeah, that's good. As long as you guys get value out of it. You know, it's weird. I find it weird. I always get invited to an interview, and they always ask me, well, why merfolk? How did you get into merfolk? And I'm like, my audience knows the answer. My audience should know the answers to this. But maybe I'm just getting a new audience over and over again. We get more and more people, so they can hear it for the first time. Okay, Nikachu, how many old man shower seats? I have none. I have a stock portfolio of 0 old man shower seats. The people who complain about the secret lair shipping cartons are the same people who played Power 9 unsleeve back in the day. But they didn't know any better back then. They just didn't know any better. Good morning, Marcel. Why wouldn't you buy merfolk? I won't answer that question, but there's a lot of answers to that one. Yeah, I'm an amateur, has a daily show for over a year, tens thousands of subs. Yeah, we got to get to 100,000 subs before... I want to do it before February, late February. RG went 3-1 with merfolk at the LGS yesterday, only losing to Goblin Combo. But my biggest surprise was my win versus Blue Eye Control. Kira was amazing. Is that a good or bad matchup? What are your win rates? I think it's a very good matchup. It got harder. Okay, I'll tell you this much. If it's the blinking version with Yorion and Restoration Angel and Wall of Omens, it's a bit tougher. It might be like 55%, 45%, but still a favorite. But the OG, like Blue Eye Control, it's just... I mean, depending how you build your deck, of course. If you have Cavern of Souls and good counter magic, I don't want to say it's a buy, but it's a good matchup. It's a very good matchup. Sometimes I just play Cavern of Souls and they just have a bunch of counter magic in their hand and they just lose. They just lose. Manuel got me a foil subtlety with your discount code. You're welcome, Manuel, and thank you. Cabby, good morning, everyone. Been brewing a turbo shift, 3 scape shifts with 4 wishes, trying to consistently hit shift turn 4. If you can do that, you're probably going to turn this deck into a lethal weapon. We need more well, I don't know if we need more Titan shift in the format, but I think people forgot about this deck. Like, I honestly think people just flat out forgot about it. And I don't see what Murktide or a lot of archetypes would do to a Titan shift deck. So anyway, I think they've completely forgotten about it. It's under the radar. And it's got the ability to shoot the opponent in one shot with scape shift. Like, you don't depend on a Primeval Titan. Are you playing Subtlety in Vegas? Absolutely. Got the 4 subtleties. I actually have to sleeve up my deck tonight. Gotta do that. So with no coffee and MTG, am I supposed to work during... yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta do something. I don't know, look at replays. Go look at a replay from a year ago. It'll feel new. There'll be different problems back then, though. Have we been yeah, we've been doing this now for over a year. It's like a year and a half we've been doing this. Oh, I can't believe it. Ah, the first super chat. Ventrix, good luck. Ventric, MTG, good luck in Vegas. Here's a little something for the COVID test fund. Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Yes, got to pay off that. Well, I mean, I'm deep in the hole for this trip as it is, so... What's another $200 US? But thank you very much for the super chat, Ventric. I will be in the main event. I will be in the main event. I'm not prepared for the main event. I don't even know if I can play test tonight. I should get in like at least one league. At least one league. I don't even know what my final deck should be because like Tulio like dumped Mistcast for some reason, and I think he wants to play with Force Negation. But I would prefer to play with a little bit cheaper interaction, like, because otherwise my counterspell suite will be like 4 Archmage's Charm, and I'm just gonna play his old list is good. His old list is good. I'm not gonna do anything with the any new stuff. But I'm still missing a miscast. Actually, I don't have a miscast. Fuck. Do I know anyone going to Vegas that's gonna have a miscast for me? A miscast, I should say. Will you tweet your results during Vegas? Probably. And it might be a little lagged because I have. So in the past, like when my match was done, maybe I would get like 1 or 2 people that would like to get stuff signed. I have no idea what it's going to be like this time because I am 20 times, maybe 15 times more famous than I was last time. Last time I was in a GP, I had like 5,000 subscribers, you know? And now we have 50,000. 50,000 subscribers, but I have like 800,000 people watching my videos. And I will not have... I don't know, I'll call my cellular company, but I do not intend to have my internet on. So usually I have to walk outside the convention hall to get the free internet, if there is free internet there, and then report my results, if I have anything to report. Man, it was easier in GP Vancouver, because I was still in home territory. I was still in Canada. Amulet Titan, good or bad or ugly in the current meta? Good. It's good, but not great. We'll just put it that way. It's actually, you know what, it had some really good results recently. People slept on Amulet Titan. It's still a very powerful deck. I would just say it's a very, very powerful deck. Can compete with the best players, but it has more resistance. There are more answers, so it's not as easy as it used to be for them. That's all. Okay, so the plan is to play the main event on Saturday. No, Friday. Get eliminated and play side events on Sunday? No. Everything starts on Friday. So main event Friday. If I scrub out, I will immediately scrap the thing and start playing side events to recoup my losses because that's how you do it. And then I could play the rest of it. But if I make day 2, I'll play it out to day 2 and then I don't know, just do nothing on Sunday. Walk around. Papa Joe, do you think getting someone a wooden deck box from XBU Gaming would be a good gift for someone who plays MTG and is graduating this December? I would say yes, if they're into stylish stuff. You know what's a good question is, do they have a good deck box right now that they like? Because if they do, then this might not... Well, I mean, I guess they could have more than one deck. Maybe you have a deck box specifically for some special deck that they have. But I think a lot of people like wood, but not everyone. I personally don't really like wood. I don't want a wooden deck box, but there are definitely people who do like wood. I can see why. Wood smells nice. I like wooden chess pieces. I don't like plastic, especially don't like metal. But when it comes to my deck boxes, I actually prefer plastic, even though I'm not using plastic right now. But it is a good gift in general. Mikey J, good job on the Masters of Modern appearance. You're welcome. I didn't do anything. Someone asked in a video, in one of these streams, like, would you go on like the Masters of Modern podcast? And I'm like, sure. And then Kess DMs me right after the show. Maybe it was Kess himself. Alex Kessler. Do you think Crimson Vow will impact Modern? Probably, like something. Probably something, but probably not. It won't be that big if it impacts it at all. Good morning, everyone. Been brewing... Oh, I got that one. The Merfolk introduction is like Uncle Ben meme in Spider-Man. I don't get it. I know who Uncle Ben is. Okay, hold on. I just gotta look this up, maybe. Uncle Ben meme. Is there some meme I don't know about? Uncle Ben, what happened? It was the 5G, Peter. It was the 5G. All right, none of these memes look like they are are cohesive at all. Did you see the black-white vampire Oh, no, I did not. I did not see the 5-0 that he pulled off. I can't see everything. I don't have I have a lot of eyeballs, but not that many eyeballs. But go check. Is it a vampire list, though? I saw Spike try to play... Like, he called it vampires, but literally it had 8 vampires. It's like when people called blue-black fairies a fairies deck. It was like more like... I could swear it was like more of a black-white control with some vampires for finishers. But I couldn't really... I wouldn't call it vampires. If you want to call it vampires, go for it, but... Assuming that's what I think it was. When are you heading down to Vegas? I start my descent at about 5:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow morning. It'll be awful. I'm sleep deprived right now as it is. I'm trying to like... I'm waking up earlier and earlier every day, but I'm not going to sleep earlier and earlier every day. So every day for the last 3 days has been hell. For the GP, everyone knows what you're playing. How much of a disadvantage is that since they know what hands to keep against you? It is a disadvantage. I'll just put it that way. It's a pretty big disadvantage. Yeah, they will know what hands to keep against me. They'll... Like, maybe a hand that they would think is risky against a general player because it has too much removal and maybe no win condition, they might just keep it against me because it's like, hey, he's playing Merfolk. Just shoot everything down. Albert says, I listened to your Masters of Modern guest appearance this morning. I started Modern playing Merfolk, and you helped me find my favorite deck of Death and Taxes when Spiders... Oh, wow, that's amazing. I like your analysis of the meta. You're welcome. Maybe we need more specialists on this show. If they can get you into Death and Taxes. We should do a stream playing like Super Mario Kart over Switch. Super Mario? Why not Mario Kart 8? I'm training in this one. I'm thinking, do I bring my... I can't tell, do I want to read on the plane or do I want to play Mario Kart 8 on the plane? I got a Switch. Why not use it? Sort of slightly addicted to this. Haven't played my... And they make this game so... I want to say, what's the word I'm looking for? Immersive. It's a really immersive game. Like, I really feel like I'm going through something. Super Mario Kart. I don't feel like I'm... I feel like I'm running a golf cart. What am I reading at the moment? I'm reading The Warren Buffett Way. Basically, Warren Buffett's strategy for buying stocks. Because if you are... just for content creators and entrepreneurs out there, you are responsible for your own retirement. You know, there's no... I'm not putting... There's like no... in the United States, you call it like a 401k. Like, there's no... If you are responsible for basically saving and investing your own money. So... And I don't want to give it to mutual funds, so... To hell with that. Oh yeah, I simp for Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett. They're both still alive. If anyone knows who I'm talking about, they're over 90 years old. Both of them. That's insane. Just insane. For the GP, everyone know... Oh. Yeah, I answered that one. Time to pull out the old hat and cane for a new Boomer video. You could have him explain how old tournaments used to be. I think what I'd like to use him for is in response to some big tragic event like going on or any sort of notable news. He could have a response like, that's nothing. Back in the day it was a lot worse, you know. He will be coming back though. I haven't thrown away any of the old man stuff. Are there any cards in Read the Fine Print Secret Lair aside from Grizzlebrand? I don't know. Does such a thing exist? Read the Fine Print Secret Lair. Oh, this is real. So what's the fine print? What, there's like a lot of words on it or something? There's not a lot of words on Grizzlebrand. I don't understand the gimmick here. Okay, this one has a lot of words. It's hard to read. This one's easy though. Grizzlebrand, flying, lifelink, pay 7 life, draw 7 cards. Nothing really complicated about this. What are your thoughts on Urza's Saga after some time went? I think the card is ridiculously busted, but I think it's missing the right artifact deck. Actually, that's not true. Maybe it has the right artifact deck right now in the form of Hammer Time, but it's missing like maybe another artifact deck to completely break the thing. And the fact that you can just throw it in like a Jund Ragavan deck is proof, I think, that it is too good. Too good. But like I want to say like as much stupid stuff as there is in the metagame between like Ragavan, Dragon Rage Chandler, Lairs, other companions, Urza Saga, the metagame overall is like somewhat balancing itself out. There's just so many BS cards in the in Modern that it's just BS the format. That's all it is, you know. Normally one of these things would be a problem, but all of them combined together, it's okay. That's just how Modern is at the moment. So will you be in the main? I will be in the main. Is your deck going in your carry-on? Yes. Actually, I will not check any luggage. Nikachu does not check luggage. I always travel very small. Let me show you my suitcase. I have this cute little suitcase. It's really small. But like that's all I need. Like, this is just gonna pack 5 days of clothes, and then maybe my jacket, my winter jacket, because it's winter here in Winnipeg, but it's not winter in Las Vegas. So I have this cute little. Anyway, it acts like a carry-on, and you're allowed to have one laptop bag. This is Nikachu's hacks for hacking the airplane. You're allowed one free like laptop bag. That's gonna be my backpack, or even I'll bring an actual laptop bag. I put the rest of my stuff in here as my one carry-on, and boom! I don't have to check luggage. I don't have to pay that stupid $35 fee. Screw that. Who wants to give the airline money for no reason? I did wear pants. Almost 100% of the time I'm wearing pants. I think maybe once on stream I wasn't wearing pants. That's it. Usually a pants person. How can you fit 5 to 6 booster boxes in there on your way back? This is complicated because the bags can't be too heavy, so I have to divide it. There'll be like 3 booster boxes in here. Like, this thing's still going to be pretty empty overall. And then I can fit like 3 booster boxes in my backpack. The biggest, it's not what fitting it is easy because the booster boxes aren't big. The problem is the weight, because they'll get me on the weight. I mean, I guess I could cheat it or something if I just make it look like it's light. Maybe they won't like they don't weigh you. Only once I saw someone, they got nailed. They were trying to bring a bunch of kitty litter on their carry-on, and they weighed it, and they said, "This is way too heavy. You cannot take this on the plane." They've got a scale, I guess, there. Anyway, no one's ever asked me to weigh my bag, so if I just walk right through, although maybe there'll be something detected on the when they look at through all your stuff before you get on the plane, maybe they're weighing it at the same time. Who knows? I've never tried to scam the weight before. I just know the weight thing is an issue. You still take your cat out for a walk? Yes. Still do. Still happens. Not anymore, though. In the winter, screw it. No, I'm not taking her out. I don't want to. It's cold. She doesn't want to go either. So it's a win-win at that point. If you blink Spreading Seas, will you draw a card? You will the enchantment just die? What? No, no. If you blink Spreading Seas, you actually get to choose a new target for Spreading Seas. Busted, huh? You get another card, and you get to choose a new target. That's how it works. Blind Google live on stream. That's we're brave here. It's all good. Blood Fountain for Asmo. Where is Asmarana Martika Dasna Kuldakar? She just disappeared. She was like all over the metagame and now gone. When Blood Fountain enters the battlefield, create a blood token. Not bad. And then 4 tap sacrifice, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Asmarano. Refresh me. When enters the battlefield, you can search your library only for the Underworld Cookbook. I don't know if this has enough synergy. I guess it's okay. Can you find this with Urza Saga? Maybe not. Was it colorless? You may search your artifact with mana value 0 or 1. Oh no, it's specifically 0 or 1. I forgot. Can't have a mana symbol. They're very specific. It's a mana cost, not a mana value. I think no. I don't actually think it's that good. You can try it. Hey, it's cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap. I'll give you that. You know, hey, it's 1 mana, so the price is right. But I don't think it's hard for an Asmorano deck to get the discard effect. Like I think that's quite easy. I think they know how to do that. Wood deck box or not, it needs the professor's grade. Yeah, send it to the professor. Oh, we got a super chat of 125 something. Paolo Tabuena. How bad is sacrificing Cavernous Souls in Mutavault for Archmage's Charm? Is it 100% worth it? I didn't think so, but you know what? This deck has been doing so damn well lately that, like, I don't like to be one of those boomers that are like, nah, that can't work, blah, blah, blah. And as much as I like Cavern of Souls and Mutavault, and I like them a lot, this deck is performing really well, and in the hands of a lot of different people too. So there was the content creator Skura, who's a blue-eyed control player mostly, piloted Merfolk to a 5-0 yesterday. So is it worth it? It's got to be worth it. I just got to learn this deck. I'm probably gonna fumble with it hard because I have no idea what his Tulio sideboarding plans were. But whatever, we're gonna figure it out. Blood Fountain with everything. Now that's a better combination. That's a better one. Although, like, why use Blood Fountain when you can use... I mean, I guess you use this in addition to Mishra's Bauble. Could work out. Also, thank you much for the super chat. You'll foil your Merfolk deck again? If there is ever some situation where I have to go to GPs very regularly, I would foil my Merfolk deck again. So, for example, if I was somehow sponsored to go to every Grand Prix, or Magic Fest, I should say, like very regularly and play in the main event, I'd probably foil it out. I'm not that far from like to be fully foiled again, or maybe I am. Whatever. I got the most important stuff. Yeah, Morgan says just got Mutavault, and day after they just dumped it. Actually, he added a few Mutavaults to his list. He added 2. He says he has trouble grinding out decks. I find that interesting that that's his largest problem. How do you cut a deck list down to 37 non-lands while brewing? How do you cut a deck down to 37 non-lands? Oh, well, you got to make sacrifices. You know what's the easiest thing to do is look at your curve and say, okay, do I have too much in this curve? Do I have too much in that part of the curve? And then you just have to admit, I can't have these cards. I just can't have these cards. We got a lot of good questions here. Oh, this chat is super active, too. Who dies first, Warren Buffett or the Queen of England? Well, Queen of England is supposed to be indestructible. Warren Buffett has no such lore, I should say. Do you think the modern metagame will be warped after Vegas? Very unlikely. There might, however, be a breakout deck. This does happen in open events every so often. It's the exception, not the rule. But every so often in a big event, some deck that, you know, will just go deep, one archetype that no one had on the radar goes deep, and then people realize, hey, yeah, that archetype is actually well positioned right now, playing it on Magic the Gathering Online, and it works. It could be something like Taking Turns. It could be maybe the Vizier combo deck. It could be Titan Shift. You know, who knows? It could be some archetype that no one gave the time or day online, but then it went really deep in the main event. And then there's going to be people who are going to try it out on Magic the Gathering Online. But it's very unlikely that the metagame will be warped after Vegas. Very unlikely. With advent of Tulio's list, are we starting to see a divide between Zoomer and Boomer Merfolk? Not really. To be honest, like, we've adopted a lot of new cards, right? Like, we've adopted Force of Negation, we've adopted Glasspool Mimic, Brazen Borrower. There's a lot of new cards. We can't complain. We've got a lot of new cards in Merfolk, so. And it's still more or less the same thing. He just recently dumped the Archmage's Charm, by the way. I'm going to play with it because I think most of the results are made with it. And also, I think it's decent to have a main deck counter spell versus the Crashing Footfall decks. And also, even when a Crashing Footfall resolved, I can steal one of the stupid rhinos and use it to block the other dumb rhino. So I actually think it will help me in that matchup. And of course, it'll be good versus Hammer Time. They're about Lily's contract with the demons. The demons. So this is what Read the Fine Print Secret Lair is all about. So what you're telling me is don't make deals with Liliana. She'll make you an offer you can't refuse, but then you'll regret it. Basically, and then she might have wrote it in Phyrexian. So you can't read it at all. What do you think about the new Chandra and its full art version? It's beautiful. I don't think the card is that good with Chandra dressed to kill. I love the art. The art's great. I think both of them. I think the art on this one is very good. I know M. Hayashi is very high on this card. I don't see what he sees, but, you know, whatever. He can go figure it out. He can make this card great. And then then the super full art version is just insane. This is very detailed. I wish all Magic cards looked like this by default with this amount of detail. This is incredibly detailed. But whatever, they saved the best. This should be like... I like what Flesh and Blood does. They have like... And I guess maybe Magic to some extent does this, but they have their first edition version of cards are like really nice. And then after the first edition, they all turn to crap. So they should do that with Magic instead of this collector booster stuff. Just give out good, very nice cards for the first, I don't know, the first wave, the very first wave of cards. They're super hyper collectible. What do people think of that? Maybe we can learn some stuff from Flesh and Blood. If I understand correctly, that's what Flesh and Blood does. The first wave of their product is like really nice special art and foils or something. And then after that, it's just regular cards. Talk about the Scarab God. Scarab God did not see play. No, someone made a deck the other day with Scarab God. Thought it was good. It's a good win condition. You know, if you have a lot of time, it's good. It's resistant to removal and everything. What's the price of Force Negation these days? I'm gonna guess it's not super high. If we go to the most unreliable site for graphs on MTG prices, I'm gonna guess it's not super high. Yeah, so it's been on a down tick because blue decks have been sort of on a down tick. Actually, I don't understand this. There's still Blue-White control in the format. Maybe they're not using Force Negation as much as they were using Chalice of the Void. But on top of that, we still have Living End, and we still have Crashing Footfalls, and I think they both use Force Negation. So I don't understand the downtick unless somehow the supply from the collector boosters with the foil Force Negation is having some sort of effect. Yeah, and it's $80, so that might drag the value of the other one down. So maybe the reprinting Force Negation actually did something, if I'm interpreting this correctly. How do you choose what to reveal with Silvergill Adapt? I try to show them... Okay, actually, okay, that's a good question. And I didn't know how to quantify this, but after playing with Silvergill Adapt for years... So first off, I don't like to show them a Lord. If I have no intention of playing a Lord anytime soon, I don't like to show them a Lord. Because that will definitively let them know that they have to play around some sort of combat math. Like, I'm going to have a clock turn faster. So if I'm going to play the Lord next turn, then I don't mind showing them. Like, at first, you show them what you... At first, like... So if there's something I know I'm going to play, or very transparently going to play, then I'll show them this. And what I mean by transparent is like, if I have Trickster in my hand, and next turn I plan on passing the turn with 2 blue up, my opponent 95% of the time is just going to assume I have Merfolk Trickster anyway. So I'll just show them the Trickster so I don't have to reveal any extra information. But I try to not show them something that I'm not going to play for a long time. I'll try to show them something up front that I'm going to play next turn. There are some other exceptions to the rule, like Let's have a Vial on 1, because that happens often. Turn 1 Vial, turn 2 Silver Gill Adept, and I have a 1-drop in my hand, like Tide Shaper or Curse Catcher. I might not want to show that, because I don't want them to know there's an extra creature on the way coming through the Vial. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. So it all depends. You just try to keep that information to yourself. The new Chandra will always be shadowed by a Torch of Defiance. But M. Hayashi is playing with both. He's got like a Chandra tribal red deck going on. The Torch of Defiance is just way better. Way better. Do you prefer Foil Edition Merfolk or Foil Promo? Foil Edition. I'm not a promo fan. I don't like... I don't like the weird promo star that they give on promos. I don't like that they give the date in the image. No, I like the... I'm not saying OG foils, but like, it's got to be like a foil. It's got to be a foil that doesn't feel like an F&M foil to me. If that makes any sense to anybody. The new Heliod list, Marcel says, has some great potential with the Moon Dancer and Scurry Oak. I'm not familiar with the new... Well, maybe can I find it quickly? Wow, Heliod is just gone. I played it the other day and I got my ass kicked. Selesnya life gain? Is it just off the meta now? This used to be the best deck in the format. By a huge margin. Yeah, it's just gone. It's just gone. I don't see it. It literally disappeared. Okay, so let's look at this interaction. Moon Dancer. And Scurry Oak. Oh, this is the... whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on this and scry. That's not too bad. So does Scurry Oak have... Whenever... one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Scurry Oak, you may create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. So what, like, this is just another way of comboing off, but this is like... Okay, so it's another way of comboing off, but you don't have to spend any mana on it like you would with, what's it called? Walking Ballista. But Walking Ballista is an actual win condition. This is just infinite life and infinite creatures. So what happens, if you have Heliod in play, what's going to happen is you gain life, somehow. You could put a counter on this. Sorry, no, you can put a... No, you put a counter on... What's the point of this thing? Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Scurry Oak, you may create... Hold on. Heliod. Sun. How the fuck does this work? Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. None of these are gaining life, though. I thought something would gain life. Like a counter gets put on, you gain life, but not... Something needs to gain life. Okay, so I don't know why this combo... Why this is good now. Yeah, there's no combo here. I thought there was a combo. Scurry Oak probably has a combo somehow, because it enters the battlefield and you probably... Yeah, you have something like some sort of Soul Sister type of creature. You gain life. Whenever one or more counters. This combo's terrible. Sorry. Sorry, Marcel. Because you need too many parts. Heliod gives lifelink, but this is not... It's not perpetual. Like, I'm trying to gain life for a creature entering the battlefield. Creature enters the battlefield. You get to put a count... But this doesn't interact... Hold on. So, first off, this doesn't interact with this at all. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Scurry Oak, this doesn't put counters on anything except the Moon Dancer. So you just gain life and you just scry through your deck. What's the... But you need something that puts count... No, hold on. Oh. Okay, so you need this and a Soul Warden, right? Yeah, whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. So you can do that with this. You gain life, put the counter on this, get the creature in play, somehow gain life from an ETB trigger, get the counter... Okay, gain life, get the counter, put on Scurry Oak, and loop it all over again. So this one... Scurry Oak looks like it has promise. This one does not make any sense to me. It's quite pointless. Yeah, Soul Warden gains life. And I think there's some other cards. So I don't know if the Soul Wardens are the only ones. Innkeeper, Soul Warden, and heal it with one of the 2 creatures. Yes. So Scurry Oak might have a chance in there. But yeah, like heal it fell off the map, didn't it? Just gone. I still have video. Do I have videos up? I gotta unlist those videos. Do I have a video up still about like heal it? I'm just gonna look in my inventory. It's still public. Healed Company is a multi 2-card combo deck. What an embarrassment. Yeah, I still have this. It's still public. Or is it? Yeah, it's still public. Sadness. This deck doesn't exist anymore. But hold on. Maybe it's going to be better in paper. Let's wait and see. Because they get to go infinite on life now. It's going to be basically like the first big modern tournament where we can see the full power of this battle station. Healed doesn't Healed give lifelink? Yeah, but it gives lifelink, but then you have to deal damage to somebody. So we need something that doesn't require dealing damage. Unless it's Walking Ballista, of course. Didn't you make an infinite combos every player should know about video regarding Scurry Oak? But I think it involved another card. Scurry Oak and something else. Probably I didn't. I don't think I made... Maybe I didn't make one with Scurry Oak. Or did I? Probably did. Maybe I did make one with Scurry Oak. But it's a 2-card combo, not a 3-card combo. And it probably is like an EDH combo. Are these EDH combos? I can't remember this stuff. Oh, for fuck's sakes, it's late. Yeah, it's Decklist review time. Man, I was so deep in the Q&A. So deep, people. You had a lot of good questions today. All right, so time for Decklist review. If you have a 75 you want to share with us, go into the description. There's a link to my Discord. Join the Discord. Go to... I want to lie back down, but if I do that, then like this thing's off. Whatever. Go into my description. There is a link to the Discord. You join the Discord. You go to the channel, Decklist Review, and you enter the command, !review deck space. Give the URL to your deck list, and you'll be eligible at random for Decklist Review. And I'll clear the queue today. Because we're not going to review anything tomorrow. Or maybe, do we leave it on? Okay, I'll leave the queue open, and then we'll just continue it on Wednesday next week. No, screw it. I'm clearing the queue. Because I might do it on Tuesday morning, even though I'll be really tired. Got it. Gotta get up for Decklist review. If I want my bread, I gotta make the show happen. We might even have, well, we won't have Decklist review on Monday, but maybe we'll have a Coffee and MTG on Monday, maybe. All right, let's look at something. And that something is... Rain 970. Congratulations. You have been specially chosen by the random gods for Decklist review. My DNT. Interpret that how you want. Archon of Emeria. Great card, by the way. Very, very good card. Maybe underrated in this meta. Maybe just underrated in Modern in general. Flicker Wisp, Giver of Runes, Imperial Recruiter, Leonin Arbiter, Magus of the Moon, Skyclave Apparition, Solitude, Stoneforge Mystic, Thalia, Garden of Thraben. Field of Ruin, Ghost Quarter, Mountain, Needle Verge, Pathway, Seven Plains, Sacred Foundry, Sunbait Canyon, Ether Vial, Batterskull, Cauldron Complete, and Sword of Fire and Ice. Cleansing Nova, Kataki War's Wage, Magus of the Moon, Sanctifier on Vec, Sanctum Prelate, Sword of Light and Shadow, and a Vandal Blast. A lot of people are moving away from Leonin Arbiter. Like, so first off, the deck is fine. Like, you've got good numbers overall. There's nothing wrong with your list. But if there was something I understand from the Death and Taxes community, Leonin Arbiter's not doing anything. Like, it's just sort of a grizzly bear. It's not taxing people. It's not doing its job. And for that, you could make your deck a little bit cleaner. If you took out the 3 Leonin Arbiter, you could, for example, have maybe a 4th Imperial Recruit. Definitely a 4th Giver of Runes. This is one of the best cards in your deck. It doesn't get hit by Renin 6, and it will force people to use their removal on Giver of Runes before they use it on something else of yours. And you could go up like maybe another Solitude, an Archon of Emeria. So you could move, improve your creature base like that, and you could also then, because you don't need Ghost Quarter, you only have Ghost Quarter because of Leonin Arbiter, and then you could remove a Ghost Quarter, add a Field of Ruin, and then maybe 2 other, like maybe even, you got some Horizon lands here. Yeah, 2 is fine. You don't need another 2. I'd rather run Esper Sentinel. Esper Sentinel's not bad either. I'm not sure if Thou's worth it. Renin 6 is one of the most played cards in the format. That is true too. That is also a card that has been in content, like getting cut in Death and Taxes, but at the same time, yeah, like maybe it's not taxing enough. It might not be taxing enough. On the play, it's sort of okay, because then the Renin 6 costs 3 instead of 2. I mean, maybe you could replace Thalia with, what's it called? What was just mentioned not too long ago. Isn't Arbiter good against Urza's Saga? Is it? Is it? Like, you make 2 constructs, and then you can just pay, at your upkeep, you can just pay the 2 mana. Wouldn't say it's good. Thalia stops Ragavan? Does it? Does it? I mean, you mean like it roadblocks it or something? What's the card? The Esper Sentinel. So another way of looking at this, and this is being played in the Hammer Time decks, is if you can't literally tax your opponents, then maybe get some cards off of it. I'm not completely off Thalia. I know it's weak to, I know she's weak to Renin 6, but she can also tax Renin 6. And then on the following turn, you kill Renin 6. You can also protect her with Giver of Runes. Yeah, and Thalia has first strike, so there's some bonuses there. But if you do want to dump some, you could add some more Esper Sentinels. Or even take out 1 so you don't get hit too much by this legendary clause. But Leonin Arbiter really looks like poop right now. I mean, it just looks like absolute poop. It doesn't look that great. I think Field of Ruin is great. I would have 4 Field of Ruins, 2 Ghost Quarters. Not a Death and Taxes expert, but I'm just moving with the trends of what well, let's look what Death and Taxes are doing. Why not? Now, a lot of them use Yorion. Is this Yorion Tax? Is there another version that we can look at? We're just gonna have to go with this Yorion and Yorion and Taxes by Metcalf. Let's see where this deck is going. Giver of Runes, Thraben Inspector. Oh, they're going with the Leonin Arbiter. He's going with Leonin Arbiter. This is very recent. Very, very recent. Stoneforge Mist, Thalia, Archon of Emeria, Flickerwisp, Skyclave Apparition, Restoration Angel, 4 Solitude, 2 Path to Exile, Emeria's Call, Sword of Fire and Ice, Batterskull, Cauldron Complete. And this guy's, he's putting in the grind. He's putting in the grind. Do we have any other results? No. Offbeat Hero. What did Offbeat Hero do? This is also relatively recent. Oh, come on. Give me the list. Oops, no, this is the wrong list. Now, this is a very different... This is a list a little bit more to what I... Well, it's very, very different. Sentinel, Giver of Runes, Ambitious Farmhand, Cathar Commando, Stoneforge Mystic, Thalia, Archon, Brutal Cathar, Skyclave, Solitude. So this is an example of them dumping the Leonin Arbiter. We have a red. Oh, here's a red-white one. And this one also dumps Leonin Arbiter. Giver of Runes. So in the past, Metcalf has dumped Leonin Arbiter, but it looks like he's trying it out again. I'm gonna trust that it's garbage, though. And this is actually really close to what you're playing, right? Oh, but they're running Lightning Bolt, but they're also running Yorion. Yes, I can attest farmhand is amazing. I cut the red stuff and play Aven Mind Sensor and farmhand. Oops. Let's go back. What's with the farmhand? Ambitious farmhand. Enters the battlefield, you can search your library for a plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. So that's value. And you can transform it into a 3/3 lifelinker. You have to have a lot of creatures with different powers, but whatever. It made the list. Sick. Or is it that you blink it and you can blink the other side? Yeah, look at that. The Orion list can be filled with more cards, and this list didn't even have the Leonin Arbiter. So I just want to put out there that, you know, Leonin Arbiter is in a very dubious position in the metagame. You know, like two out of the 3 lists that we looked at had no Leonin Arbiter. And on paper, I think it's just crap anyway. If you want to deal with... I have no problem having a few Ghost Quarters in the deck just to deal with Urza Saga. That's totally fine with me. So just play Ghost Quarter by itself and not tax your opponent. Or just not play this random Grizzly Bear, which I think is foolish anyway. And just play it like a 4th Imperial Recruiter. Even out the list, like Giver of, get an extra Giver of Runes, an Imperial Recruiter, and maybe an Archon of Emeria, or a Solitude or something. Or some Esper Sentinels. Farmhand is good with Yorion. I have to go to work. See you up on the stream. See you later, Jason. Maybe I'll cut the Arbiter for Farmhand. Try the Farmhand. It fixes draws and is a 2-drop threat people don't want to touch. I run a 60-card list. Cool. And you get to say, I'm farming. I'm farming here. Death and Taxes back to Tech Edge? I didn't see that, but I would not be surprised if it did try it. All right. Good luck with that list. Oops. We got Amber. Congratulations, Amber. You're the next contestant on a Decklist review on a website I am not really familiar with. This is deckedbuilder.com. Or maybe we've been here before. But it's nice and... Does it show the cards? I like the layout. Like, you get to see clearly the creature, or does it say exactly what it is? Oh, they don't show the cards. Nasty. Why do they not do this? Anyway, okay. So we got a Tron deck. 2 Walking Ballista, 2 Treasure Mage, a Silent Arbor, 4 Solemn Simulacrum, the Platinum Angel, 2 Sundering Titan, and a Blight... Whoa! Amber chose Violence. Blightsteel Colossus, get you... Oh, so you can click on the card. Oh, this is great! I prefer that it just showed me automatically, but I actually like the layout quite a bit. So we have Blightsteel Colossus, Trample, Infect Indestructible, 11/11. So if you chump block with a 1 toughness creature, you're still dead. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing with Pact of Negation in a mono blue Tron deck? And also the double blue is a little bit difficult. Seems like an oddball choice in this list. Condescend, Expedition Map, Relic, 4 Repeal, 1 Spellburst, 2 Cyclonic Rift, 1 Finale of Revelation. Draw X cards if X is 10 or more. Instead, shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw X cards, untap up to 5 lands, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. If X is 10 or more. That is a win more card if I ever saw one. Is there anything similar to this that people already use? Like... If X is 10 or more, instead shuffle your graveyard. So what is this? This is just draw X cards? Yeah, it's just draw X cards. So if you have 4 mana up, because essentially you need Tron and double blue, so you're on average drawing 7. Oh, that's pretty sick tech, actually. You can tutor for your Pact of Negation. But it's such a clunky counterspell. Like, it's really clunky. Unless you intend on winning on your turn, but like that's not what Bluetron does. Is this new tech in the Bluetron industry? This is what Bluetron doing right now? Where's Mono Green Tron? Mono Blue gonna be here somewhere. It's probably called U. Damn it. Do you have a name here? Like, I don't want to shit on new tech. Oh, but they are playing the... No, they're playing Memory... Why are they playing Memory Deluge? It's like a worse fact... I would assume that you should just use Factor Fiction. I know you could pay the larger cost here, but still. Like, even Memory Deluge looks like a little bit better than Finale of Revelation, because if you don't have Tron online, and there's going to be a lot of games you don't, this card is not going to be nearly as good. This has, like, a better card selection. Although this is still playable in your deck, of course. It's still playable. And if you want that big, huge win, where you get it for 10, you know, you had all the Tron mana, all the blue mana. Just rub it in your opponent's face. I drew all these cards. I untap all these lands. I get to keep all these cards. You could do that. But I think, overall, Memory Deluge is just a little bit better. Because if you don't have Tron online, and you pay 2 blue and 2 generic, you get to look at like 7 cards and take the... Sorry, you get to look at 4 cards, take the best 2. And with and the flashback is very similar. But you don't need Tron to have this online, which is a good thing. Whereas I think to make great use out of this... Well, maybe it's still fine. Like if you have 5 random mana, or even 6 random mana, drawing 4 cards is not bad. Oh, you think we could use Urza Saga in the Tron list these days? A lot of blue Tron lists are running blue dominance, mana rocks, and ramp to get the double blue. I'm pretty sure this deck does as well. Like we have Talus of Dominance. What else? What is this? Search your library for an artifact card, reveal it, put into your hand, then shuffle your library. 3 Oblivion Stone, 4 Thirst of Knowledge. Actually, this I don't expect. Ichor Wellspring. How many cards are in this deck? 29, 30, 42, 38. Oh, is this Commander? No, it's not. It's over 60 cards. Blue Orion Tron. Oh, it's Yorion! There's Yorion in this deck. Okay, so with Yorion, I see. I don't know if this is the best fit, but I have a much better understanding what's going on now. Okay. So we're going the long game. So actually now this Pact of Negation seems less ridiculous. And this deck will go long for sure. I don't know if there's enough synergy for Ichor Wellspring, though. You could replace a Wellspring with a Brainstone to grab with Saga. Yeah, that makes some sense. So yeah, we could use some Urza Saga. Is there Urza Saga in this deck? No Urza Saga. Yeah, this deck could use Urza Saga. The full-on Urza Tribal. Urza Power Plant, Urza Mine, Urza's Tower, Urza Saga. And you can blink lands, right? When there's a battlefield you own, return those cards to the battlefield. So, like, you can use... In theory, you could use your Saga twice, and then play Yorion and blink your Saga and get more value out of it. I think with Yorion, having Urza Saga is a must. It increases consistently. Sure. Absolutely. And I know this is a blink target for Yorion. Are there any other blink targets? This is not really a blink target. Mind Slaver Cybertech. Love to see it. Who doesn't? So you want to blink this? You could not... No, this is a blinker. You could blink this. Okay, so you just have some very big stuff to blink. Okay, so if we're adding... Okay, here's the deal, though. If we're adding... For Urza Saga, are we just adding it as spells? I think we're just adding it as a spell. And you can use Urza Saga to find Expedition Map to find more Urza Sagas or the final Tron piece that you need. You only have 2 Expedition Maps in this deck anyway. There probably should be 4. I think you should have 4 Expedition Maps. It can help find Urza Saga, but it also can help find your power plant. So I would definitely up the number of expedition maps in this deck, because Tron struggles if it doesn't have Tron online. So take out 2 Ichrid Wellspring. I think this card is not for this deck. Icarus Wellspring works best when you can sacrifice it for value and then you bring it back from the graveyard. Like, sure, you could blink it, but it's not the best. So 2 expedition maps, every Tron deck, basically stock, and we have another card here. So we should probably chew up some other cards for the Urza Saga. So get rid of maybe the okay, a 3rd here, 3rd Ichrid Wellspring. This thing searches for artifact cards. Exile target attacking creature and opponent controls at the beginning of the next end step. Return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. I guess we could get rid of one of these. Repealing the Mind Stone is not great value. Yeah, this list is not going to play with Karn the Great Creator. We'll just consider that a design choice. And especially with these, like, one of relics, like Urza Saga would be very good in this list. You have Teleria West. You have 2 Teleria West to find your Pack of Negation. Honestly, I would just remove maybe 2 Fabricate. Or maybe not. The Fabricate helps you find your big boys. I just want to cut 2 things to find room for Urza Saga, because this deck probably should use it. Is Ugin a good target? I don't think so. I don't think Ugin's a good target. Very good target. I think Shark Typhoon is great. I actually think it probably is more useful than something like Finale of Revelation, but I don't think there's any room for it. We don't have room for everything. And we have some Shark Typhoons in the sideboard. We also have Spreading Seas in the sideboard. You know, if we're tutoring all these things out, why don't we just have, like, maybe one less Sundering Titan? I don't really want to get rid of the counter spells. Oblivion Stone, Thirst for Knowledge. Yeah, if you have 4 Fabricate, we'll get rid of 1 Sundering Titan, and you just have to tutor for the other one. Again, I don't think all 4 sagas are needed, but at least 1 to tutor for value. Well, I would prefer to have as many as we can get. Okay, I've squashed 3 in, because I took out one of the Titans, one of the Ichrid Wellsprings, and something. What else did I dump? Oh yeah, we dumped the Mystifying Maze. And now we have room for 4 Urza Sagas. It might even be more useful than Academy Runes. I know you want to bring stuff back from the graveyard, but Urza Saga is like a win condition, which also finds your artifacts. But this is good to like bring back your other stuff that might have got countered or killed. Damn, they killed our Platinum Angel. Urza Saga has some good use in this deck. And just up your expedition maps, because this is very important for getting Tron online. Because otherwise you're just trying to top deck it. And in an 80 card deck, it's hard to do. It's hard to do. Okay, any other suggestions here? They also played Pull from Tomorrow. Yeah, I've heard of that one. Oh, thank you very much, Azzy. I'll need it. Oh, Christian, good luck in the GP. Do you have an Instagram account where you can post updates? I have an Instagram account, but I won't post any updates there. Or maybe I will. I don't know. But you can follow. You just look for me at Nikachu MTG. I'm Nikachu MTG everywhere. Anyway, okay, I guess that's going to be it. Good luck, Amber. Get him with Mono Blue Tron. The Mono Blue crowd is strong. They're very devoted. Mono best Tron deck. So thank you very much for joining me today, as usual. We do this Monday to Friday, usually. It's going to end on Wednesday today. I'm going to clear the queue, by the way. I'm going to clear that queue. There we go. So if you submit deck lists, they will be available for next week. I won't be here tomorrow, I won't be here Friday, and I won't be here Monday because of GP Vegas. If anyone's going to be down there, hey, come visit me, say hi. I'll appreciate it. I'm sure you'll appreciate it as well. And what else to say? Oh yeah, if you love Coffee and MTG and you don't support the channel, you can support me on Twitch, you can support me on Patreon, or you can hit the join button on YouTube. So again, thank you very much, everyone, and thank you everyone for helping me design my trip, helping me out. Oh, damn it! I have one extra thing I wanted to ask everyone. I am hunting. I'll make a mention of this in like the next Coffee and MTG. I'm hunting for. If you ever had a conversation selling cards and someone was haggling you like lowballing you with prices and just being an ass, I would love DMs of those conversations because I'd love to make a video about it of like people just being like scummy lowballers. If you have any good conversations, hot stuff, you can send it to me or send it to me and I'll censor the stuff for the video, but I would be interested in it. Anyway, I'll put the request out there again next week. I very forgot. I need footage, people. I have a little bit of stuff I could find on the internet, but not a whole lot. Anyway, thank you very, very much for joining me. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you all next time.